Namaskara everyone. My name is Amrita from grade 7. What a privilege is it to be here on this day to lead you to Sandipani Academy for Excellence Virtual Republic Day program. Remembering the day we became a republic with a written constitution. It is with great pleasure that I welcome our esteemed chief guest, Mrs. Veena Kumar. Our trustee, Mr. Virendra Katuria, school founder, Dr. Pratna Gupta, school director, Ms. Lata Pramod, principal, Ms. Neema Desi, preschool coordinator, Ms. Maimuna Mehtab, the event team and technical team who have organized this event today, our secondary school captain, sports captain, and all the parents, teachers, and students. It is now time to begin. It is now time to begin the online Republic Day program. I call upon our primary school captain of 2122, Chaitra Ningappa, to get the Republic Day program underway.
Namaskara everyone. My name is Chaitra Ningappa, the primary school captain. Isn't it a fine morning to transport ourselves into the past when India became a republic on 26 January 1950? If you've ever wondered what a republic is, let me share my discovery of the word republic, which means a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president. Another important point is that the constitution of our country was enacted on this day. Why have we taken 26 January as our Republic Day? On January 26, 1930, our country demanded for complete independence and celebrated Independence Day on the banks of River Ravi. The next question might be, how was the constitution made? Actually, in 1934, the Indian National Congress made the demand for a constituent assembly to prepare a constitution for our country. After 12 years, in December 1946, the Constituent Assembly was convened. Now, between December 1946 and November 1949, the Constituent Assembly drafted a constitution for independent India. The constitution finally came into force on January 26, 1950. Dr. Rajendra Prasad, our first president, signed this document. After hearing all this history, you might be wondering what a constitution is. In simple words, a constitution is a written document which gives us a set of laws to govern our country with the responsibilities of the citizens of our nation and the rights of all the citizens. It covers very important topics such as separation of powers, the judicial system, and certain rights of every citizen, such as freedom of speech, religion, and press. One of the main features, however, is the protection of the basic rights. It can be considered the most important document in the nation. Every year when we hoist our flag on this day, I remember the words of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. I feel proud to be an Indian. Let us celebrate this day with speeches, music, dance performances that will remind us of the huge responsibilities each one of us carry as we face the different daily challenges of building our lives. Amrita, please lead us into the program that we are eagerly waiting for.
Thank you, Chaitra Ningappa, for such a wonderful speech. Moving forward, I would like to call our Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Veena Kumar, our trustee, Mr. Virendra Katuria, and our founder, Dr. Pratna Gupta, to hoist the flag, a symbol of our national pride and identity. I request everyone to switch off their cameras. I request everyone to turn on cameras and stand up for the national anthem.
National anthem, begin.
गणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
What a memorable day. We are proud of our national flag. We feel motivated when we see it fly free in the breeze, meeting the waves of change with hope and courage. Proceeding forward, now I would like to call our principal, Ms. Neema Daisy, to present the Sandipani Annual Report of 2021.
Namaskara. On this auspicious occasion, I extend my heartiest greetings and good wishes to you all. Celebrating Republic Day is a matter of pride for every Indian, and we need to be grateful to some of the finest minds of India who formulated and drafted an exemplary constitution that has steered the nation towards progress and development. Due to the untiring efforts of the great leaders of our nation, we are all fortunate to be born in independent India. Now, as we are the citizens of this great nation, and you children, as the future citizens of the country, need to rededicate ourselves to build a stronger and self-reliant nation. This year, we are starting a new tradition. On every Republic Day starting today, I'll be sharing a report on the events and achievements of the past year. Here is presenting the Sandipani Annual Report 2021. This year began with a lot of optimism. With vaccines around the corner and high schools reopening physically, the mood was upbeat. We had smoothly transitioned to online teaching and were now looking forward to coming back on campus. We had also conducted many school events online. But this excitement was short-lived as the country experienced the worst of the pandemic during its second wave. It was heartbreaking to watch the suffering across the nation. Many members of our school community were affected too. I regret to inform that 2 of our school parents also succumbed to this virus. We also lost one of our dear students, Manoj, to a testament illness that he fought valiantly for several months before losing his battle. We deeply mourn their loss and stand in solidarity with the families. We appreciate how members of our school community have stood by them in this hour of need. Can we please pay our respect to them with a few moments of silence? As they say, time and tide wait for no one. This phase also passed, but with physical reopening still a far short, it was time to take online schooling to a next level, bringing in more activities, more rigor, more fun, and more learning. Yes, we all agree that online schooling is no replacement for in-person learning. Yet it brought a very unique opportunity to build a strong school and home connect. Teachers and parents came together as true partners on this journey and had a renewed appreciation of each other's contribution and the need to collaborate and ensure the best outcomes for our students. We would like to thank every parent who has supported the school and been there to enable participation of their child every day. This collaborative effort ensured that our second batch of CBSE Board 10 students completed the last year successfully, keeping in line with the high benchmark set by our first batch in 2020. Last year was a year of many firsts. Our preschool team conducted our first ever virtual preschool sports day, much to the joy and amazement of our students and parents. This was followed by Santipini Samhita in March to make 1 year of school closure due to pandemic. It commemorated the spirit of our school to stay connected with each member despite all odds. The academic year ended with a flurry of assessments, board exams, PTMs, and the cutest senior KG valedictory function where our kindergartners took their first step into the grade school. After a brief summer break, the new academic year began with our customary fortnight of teacher professional development, followed by parent orientations and the much anticipated Inception Week, a week to lay the foundation for lifelong bonds among students and teachers. School elections this year were a lesson to all of us in the innate compassion and fairness of children. Due to the whole process being online, a couple of candidates could not submit their campaign videos on time. The election committee was in a dilemma whether to accept these late submissions or not. When we took the dilemma to the rest of the candidates, it was heartwarming to see the students evaluate the problem from multiple perspectives and finally decide that everyone deserved a second chance. Each one of these candidates, whether they won the election or not, became a true leader that day. June would be incomplete without Environment Day and Yoga Day being celebrated. Both events were planned with gusto by the preschool team and saw 100% participation from parents and students. The month ended with the celebration of Sandipini's 10th year anniversary, which was marked by beautiful video messages sent by our alumni, our former faculty members, and our former parents, reminiscing about the early years of the excitement of being part of the young, growing institution. August brought with it the smell of fresh rain and our very own Shravana Hamba. This third edition brought to life the works of the legendary Sir Ruskin Bond, India's favorite children's author. And the cherry on the cake was actually meeting the writer himself. Some of our students had an amazing time chatting with him. The decades-long difference in their ages just seemed to melt away as he regaled them with the antics he did as the young child in Dara. Shravana Haba was a mega event spanning 2 days showcasing a variety of talents. Students drew inspiration from Ruskin Bond and enacted, danced, painted, wrote poetry, sang his stories and poems. Diwali this year saw a new initiative by one of our young student council leaders. The primary school captain, Chaitra Ningappa, as a part of her election promise, organized a drive to collect clothes, toys, and books for children studying at Taimane. We'd like to applaud this enterprising 5th grader for her initiative to give back to society. November also brought with it, for the first time ever, the Santipini Preschool Virtual Annual Day performance. The musical Be the Change, presented by our youngest students, had us all ponder the state of our planet and our responsibility towards it. At the year ended with our annual Gift of Giving Week, where the whole school community comes together in aid of Swantana, an orphanage for the mentally challenged girl child. Ongoing events like SGT and the Inter-House Sports Challenge continue to fulfill their purpose of building a variety of skills in our students. Being online did not deter anyone. In fact, the house captains came up with innovative ways to keep morale high and participation rose beyond expectations. Despite being online this year, we managed to take our students on virtual field trips across time and space. while middle and high schoolers explored the prehistoric Indus Valley civilization and the history of Delhi and Bangalore, the pre-primary and primary students visited a local farm run by Sajjapur Curries and enjoyed learning about the crops and livestock there. The newly hatched ducklings were a big hit with everyone. Our Makerspace and Seva programs too continued seamlessly in the online mode. Being purely virtual, it enabled students to explore a variety of digital means of connecting, learning, and sharing. The Seva team working on documentation produced a beautiful digital archive of different projects undertaken by their peers. We are fortunate to have added more mentors with expertise in STEM, community service, media, performing arts, environment, and engineering. We are immensely grateful to parent volunteers Mrs. Bhuvana, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Mrs. Ramya, and Mrs. Shubha for joining our mentoring teams and providing the much more needed guidance to our budding innovators, social workers, writers, and performers. 2020 saw the birth of Radio Sandipani, a fledgling YouTube channel run on the lines of a radio show. The current Grade 10 launched it last year, and in 2021 it was taken forward by Grade 8. The purpose of its creation was to have a space for students to share their interest, swap interesting stories, share trivia while improving their language and speaking skills by working as RJs. Along with the class teachers, a big thank to you, Mrs. Amrita Bedre, who has been mentoring our students. Though in its nascent stage right now, this program can potentially be transformative, making students confident public speakers. Apart from these activities, our students have excelled in inter-school events too. The virtual inter-school event conducted by Dean's Academy saw several of our students participating in various activities. Kevin Kumar of 3rd C and Rishit Menon of 4th C won special accolades for their performances. Our students continued to demonstrate their literary prowess in various inter-school activities like Wizard of Words and story writing contest organized by Bangalore Sahodaya in association with the Foundation School Gunjur. Though confined to their homes due to the pandemic, it did not deter our students from displaying exemplary sportsmanship and team spirit during the inter-school sports competitions held at Global Indian International School. Congratulations, students! Our grade 9 and 10 students took part in 2 Model United Nations conferences conducted by Inventure Academy and the Dean's Academy, where they were assigned with tasks to solve global issues through research, drafting position papers, lobbying, and debating in order to pass a suitable resolution. Every MUN experience so far has been a life-changing one for the students as well as their mentors. Our high schoolers are gearing up for an international MUN in the month of May this year. It is with extreme sense of pride that I would like to announce that 4 of our Changemaker projects have made it to the top 10 Inventure Changemaker Challenge this year. It is these extraordinary moments that reaffirm our commitment as a school to nurture and develop socially responsible future citizens who can productively engage with their communities to create a better world for everyone. We have been fortunate enough to be a part of an international consortium of schools called UGEN, United Global Education Network, engaged in collaboration for teaching global issues and bringing students and teachers from across the globe together to create better learning environments. As part of this, our students have interacted with students from Denmark to discuss the pandemic situation in both the countries and have made and exchanged videos on their cities with each other. UGEN has also provided our teachers a platform to share best practices with partner schools across the globe. 2021 also saw a change of guard. Our beloved principal, Mrs. Jayanti Roy, retired after 5 years of memorable, dedicated service. She has left behind a rich legacy for all of us to live up to. I, who have been a closer member of Sandipani community for over a decade as a parent, joined the school as principal. It is my honor to be a part of this wonderful institution. I hope my expertise in administration and administrative processes helps Sandipini to grow from strength to strength. Mrs. Lata Pramod took over the helm of school as the school director. She has worked tirelessly for 8 years in different capacities, helping build Santipini into a school where students and teachers feel empowered to think, innovate, question, and explore in a fear-free environment. Her clarity of vision will continue to help Santipini stay authentic to its core purpose and values. We also had several new staff members and students join us this year. We look forward to a long, fruitful association with them. Congratulations to all the staff and students for proving life does not get easier or more forgiving. It is we who get stronger and more resilient. We look forward to better and safer times ahead. Once again, wishing you all a very happy 73rd Republic Day. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm sure all of us felt proud to listen to all the accomplishments of 2021. I now invite Anuradha Shri, Ritu Vasant, Akshara, and Charika for a dance performance.
भारत अनोखा राग है सौरागिनियों से सजा भारत अनोखा राग
सौरागिनियों से सजा भारत अनोखा राग है ये प्यार का संगीत है
ये शादी का गीत है ये एकता का राग है भारत अनोखा राग है सौरागिनियों से सजा भारत अनोखा राग है अनोखा राग है भारत के इस एक तारे पे गूंजे है जो जो रागिनी सब मिल गई एक धुन बनी
इस धुन दीवाना एक है इस धुन दीवाना एक है
ये राग सबका राग है भारत अनोखा राग
जय हिंद जय
Thank you, team, for this performance to such a beautiful melody. It is now time to invite our esteemed chief guest, Mrs. Veena Kumar. Mrs. Veena Kumar, an educator par excellence, has graciously accepted our invitation to be our chief guest on this day. We extend a very warm welcome to you, ma'am. After completing her master's in psychology from Calcutta University, Miss Kumar pursued her master's in education from the Punjabi University. Following a brief stint as a lecturer, teaching MA students, she found her calling as a school teacher. Mrs. Kumar taught English and social studies to high school students for over 20 years at St. Patrick's Academy, Patela. So it has been 22 years since she has chose to retire. She continues to receive love and gratitude from her former students who are now successfully professionals working all over the world. Mrs. Kumar has also worked as a counselor with with the Red Cross Society and has helped several government students learn English. Mrs. Kumar is a voracious reader, the prolific writer of poetry and prose both in Hindi and in English. She is a popular and active member of several writers groups. She lives in US with her children and grandchildren. We indeed fortunate that she is currently in Bangalore and is participating in the Republic Day celebrations at Sandipani. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Veena Kumar.
Good morning. Happy Republic Day. Thank you, Amrita, for introducing me so well. And thanks, Mrs. Pratna Gupta, trustee of Sandipni Academy for Excellence, for inviting me to your prestigious institution with these words. It's an honor for me to join this August celebration with you all. Esteemed teachers and dear students, first of all, I must confess that I have fallen in love with the name of your institution. The name itself strives for excellence, so the outcome obviously is going to be par excellence. To me, Sandeepni stands for an acronym. Each letter in this magical word refers to a special quality, a special value. S stands for self respect. A for altruism, the unselfish you. N stands for natural, the genuine side of you. D for diamond, the brilliance in you. E for excellence, that each one of us has to strive for. Another E for empathy is the ability to emotionally understand what other people feel. P stands for patience, for being calm in difficult situations. A stands for adaptability, for the world is full of unique challenges. N stands for neighborly, for being friendly to all acquaintances. And last of all, I stands for being inclusive, never leaving others out, walking together hand in hand. With this exquisite nomenclature, now you know your pillars of strength, what you should aspire for, what qualities you imbibe from your school, and what values you are required to propagate in society. On this day, I wish that each lamp of Sandeepani, that is each one of you, my child, you may enlighten, enliven, and inspire the lives of others around you. Now, to speak briefly about 26th January, it's a day to remember, cherish, and celebrate with great enthusiasm. On this day, in 1950, the Constitution of India came into effect and it replaced the Government of India Act 1935 imposed by the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of this drafting committee and is known as the father of the Constitution of India. Now, for any independent nation, the Constitution is of utmost importance because it gives the citizens the power to build democracy by choosing their own government and building a strong nation. A constitution is not a mere lawyer's document, it's a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of the age and the aspirations of the people. The preamble of the Constitution of India reads, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India to a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity." The preamble ushered a new hope to the people of India who were burdened under the yoke of British rule for 2 centuries. The Constitution bestowed us with fundamental rights. But then, our duties also are of utmost importance to us. Right is duty well performed. Rights cannot be divorced from duties. Each one of us has to put in our best to lead our country to the path of progress. The role of your alma mater in preparing you for this endeavor cannot be emphasized enough. The school, Sandeepani Academy for Excellence, creates a strong foundation for you to build upon. How you use it in the future is up to you. But having the right tools is the first step, and I think you all are very lucky. Every year, we look forward to this historic day and celebrate with great fervor. Our ability to embrace unity in diversity is the beauty and test of our civilization. So, let all of us pledge on this day to dedicate ourselves to our motherland for its betterment. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your insights with us and for gracing this occasion with your presence. Now, I would like to call upon Rishit V. Menon, Sandipani Primary Sports Captain of 21-22, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Rishit.
Thank you, Amrita. Namaskara, everyone. I, Rishit V. Menon, the Junior Sports Captain of Sandeepani Academy for Excellence, would now like to propose the vote of thanks. Our humble gratitude firstly goes to those great wise men who drafted the Constitution of India. In this simple yet solemn Republic Day function, we take the time to honor them for giving us the chance to express our freedom every day in simple yet profound ways. Let us take some time today to reflect on the value of freedom and choices. Thank you, Chaitra Ningappa, for retelling us the story of the creation of our republic with so much fervor, enthusiasm, and clarity. I would also like to thank our wonderful chief guest, Ms. Veena Kumar, for aptly reminding us of what it means to be a republic, what rights it bestows on us citizens of India, and what duties are expected of us in return. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your presence. Next, I would like to thank our school management, starting with our trustee, Mr. Virendra Katuria, our school founder, Dr. Pratna Gupta, our school director, Ms. Lata Pramod, and our preschool head, Ms. Maimoona Mehtab, for giving our students this platform to recognize the importance of Republic Day through this event. A big thank you to our principal, Ms. Neema Daisy, for starting a new tradition of presenting the Sandeepani's annual report for 2021. It was wonderful to be reminded of the school's growth and all the accomplishments of us students in 2021. Isn't it wonderful that despite being physically apart, we were able to connect virtually for a few moments to celebrate this important day for our country? It is thanks to our events team and tech team who worked behind the scenes to put this program together. I would like to thank all the parents and students who have stayed connected with us on YouTube and supported us online. I would like to extend my hearty thanks to our secondary school captain and sports captain for their guidance and support. A special thanks to our MC, Amrita, and dance team for their graceful performance. Apart from Republic Day, our preschool and primary school are also celebrating Virtual Sports Day today. I want to thank grade 7 students who will be emceeing this event this event. We would like to convey our best wishes to all the participants, the MCs, the sports team and the teachers. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Jai Hind and Happy Republic Day.